What's up, everybody? Eric here. It's been a while. I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things with a new camera, new setup. But today I want to talk about the passing of John McCain and the history between John McCain and the president, Donald Trump. It's obviously they did not like each other. Trump made some pretty off-color and, in my opinion, disgraceful comments about McCain's service in the military. Um, John McCain, on several occasions, had made it point blank that he was not a fan of the president. Um, so the animosity was a mutual thing. They're both the kind of person who needed to have the last word. Senator McCain trying to have the last word by making it publicly known that he did not want the president to attend his funeral. Donald Trump decided to try to have the last word by doing the bare minimum in regards to acknowledging John McCain's death. He didn't, in his public statement, he didn't mention John McCain's service to his country via the military or politics. He sent his condolences to the family. Um, Traditionally, when a statesman is uh, being honored after death, protocol is that flags are lowered at half-staff for 24 hours. And then traditionally, the president issues a proclamation stating that flags are to remain at half-staff beyond that point until that person's burial. That's tradition, that's not protocol. Protocol is 24 hours. So it seems that the president did the bare minimum expected just to say he did something. Um, so again, it's obvious they did not like each other. And you can't pin that animosity or that childish behavior on just one or the other. It's obviously a two-sided issue. Um, Now, as far as John McCain himself, personally, I think you can separate his military service and his political service. Uh, he was a pilot in the Navy, served in Vietnam, was shot down in Vietnam, and was a POW for several years and was tortured as a POW for several years. Um, you can't take that away from him. Regardless of what you think of him as a politician, this man served in Vietnam as a naval pilot. He was shot down, captured, was a POW for several years, and was tortured as a POW for several years. Now, if you want to go to his political service, yeah, he's got a checkered past when it comes to his political service. There's no doubt about it. Uh, Take, for instance, his deciding vote in the Obamacare issue. His vote was the deciding vote in regards to getting rid of or keeping Obamacare. Now, regardless of what your opinion of Obamacare itself, his vote was the deciding vote, and he campaigned on getting rid of Obamacare. And when it was his vote, he was the very last vote, and he stood there on the floor, held his hand up, and he just waited, and he waited, and he waited, and no. And he walks away. Now, he was known as the Maverick. He didn't have a problem with reaching across the aisle and admitting when he believed his party was wrong. Um, I think a lot of that bucking against the Republican Party line, at least in some instances, had to do with him maintaining that persona of the Maverick. It was a key. It would be a key vote, and he knew what was expected. He knew that it hinged on him, or that his vote was had a lot of weight to it, and he saw a key moment to be the Maverick, and he would vote against party line. I think that's what he did with Obamacare. Regardless of my opinion of Obamacare and whether Obamacare should be even in existence, again, he seemed to buck against party line just to maintain that persona of being the Maverick, which is kind of self-serving, which is actually very self-serving. And I don't know very many Arizonans who had a high opinion of John McCain. With that said, he served multiple terms as their senator. But when you look at the races that he ran and won, really didn't have a lot of competition. And it's kind of hard to lose a fight when there's nobody to fight. So he was pretty much the shoo-in during pretty much every election, which really didn't give the people of Arizona who wanted to vote Republican any other option but John McCain. So again, I believe you can separate John McCain, the naval pilot, POW, and John McCain, the senator. One served with obvious distinction. The other, again, questionable, depending on who you ask. But that's my take on it. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.